Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? How's it going? Good morning. Well, I mean, 1:30. Good noon-ish. Hey. Howdy. Um, how's everyone's day going? I hope you are all having a sell of a Friday. Um, so yeah, sorry, stream's a little bit late, which means it'll probably end a little bit early. Because right now for me it is 1:30 p.m. and I have to probably be gone and done by like 3:40, 3:50-ish. But that's what I get for having a full-time job and being a streamer, while also having my full-time job be nights. So, but yeah, this week has gone by really fast. Of course, I did spend the first half of it in San Diego, so, I mean, and then on airplanes. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, like, it could be worse. But, also, that means we only have one more day of unscheduled content before I put up, our schedule, because I believe my, like, day-to-day stuff should normalize. So yeah, see, after tomorrow, we'll have a full schedule going again for at least a little while. Even if it's just, even if I might not actually say what games every day is gonna be, but I think I am going to aim at very least telling everybody when I'm going to stream and having like that kind of a set schedule. I think that would be a good idea. And it'll be a little bit of a flippy-floppy because on Saturday, Sundays, I work mornings. So if I stream, it will be at night. So, you know, fun stuff. Which might also include my weekend. I might make it so that, like, it's, like, almost basically half and half. Half mornings, half night. I don't know, I think that'd be kind of fun. That means no matter what, somebody has something to watch, no matter your time zone, at least a couple days in the week. I made the mistake of taking a bite of a chip. They were just at my desk, and I was just like, chip. As if I wasn't talking currently. Hold on. I don't know. I am ADHD like that, where it's just like certain kinds of distractions, if they're within arm's reach, my brain will just be like, ooh, play with that, eat that, do that thing. And I'm just like, okay. And I'm like, that's not very productive. Not a good time for that. Chips have a very magnetizing allure to them. Yeah, kind of. So, I do have an interesting thing to bring up. So this morning, I ended up finding a new TikTok and YouTube channel I really love. Because it is adorable and silly and dumb. It's for a clothing brand, and they do, like, you know those, like, candy pack-em videos where they're like, Big Papa Pickle, or whatever? They do that, but, like, it's like with clothes. So, like, I don't know. Have you guys seen the Cherry Blossom Iced Tea? Cherry Blossom Iced Tea. Cherry Blossom Iced Tea. Have you seen that video going around? I keep hearing that audio, but I finally found the real video, and their whole YouTube channel is so funny. Essentially, it's like the creator and her two assistants, and basically they're, you know, she started up a clothing company, and she's super, like, quirky and, yeah, yay, doobity-doo, singing songs and going all in on everything being like super cute. And then the assistant is just like a dude who doesn't really want to be working there but needs the job. He's just like, yeah, cherry blossom, iced tea. Or whatever. And it's just like, I don't know. I watched a bunch of them and he's just like, it just like, this, the vibes is so funny to me. And they have like a French assistant who is actually super good at his job and is having fun doing the cute stuff. And the regular, like, I don't want to work here guy hates him because he's like, you're trying to take my job. And I just find just the whole thing is so funny to me. And it's like, I don't know. It's like diabetically cute. It's like so sweet. I actually even looked at like what their clothes would be because like most of it isn't really my style, but I almost want to buy some just so that I could get a packing and delivery video. But sadly they don't make anything in my sizes. I am like one size off of their highest size for shirts, so yeah, and they were completely out of their socks, and that's all they sell. They only sell shirts and socks, so it's like, okay, nothing for sale then. But yeah, it's cute. Go look up kitty fish. If you like cute things that are like silly and dumb, I highly recommend. I like I said, because I watched so much of them this morning. Like, so much. Like, I think I watched like half of their entire TikTok. But yeah, I also I will apologize. I did the thing that I hate that I do is I will sit and struggle to like get going in the morning and then be like, "Oh no, thing I had to do and I have to stream too. Gotta pick one." And it's just like, or cut down on stream time, and I keep doing that, and I really should not. I think having like a more permanent schedule might help me break out of that habit. I think it's good to revamp your whole like daily regimen every so often, just to make sure that there isn't a better way for you to be doing it because of, you know, life changes. Because I think a lot of people just get into the habit and like will have like the gravity of continuing when their life has changed around a little bit. And it would just be better if they like moved some stuff around in their day-to-day. Like, I'm actually thinking about changing from showering first thing in the morning to showering right before I go to bed. Just because it would clear up my morning for the days that I stream. And the days that I don't stream, it's easy to just do it that way. Like, the days I go to day job, so... You know? But yeah, also, apparently, so Sil did the tests on the new merge chat feature for the new collab feature for Twitch, though. So apparently it does not merge your like viewer count, which is kind of a bummer. Which means that still kind of hurts smaller streamers a little bit to collab. At least if you're collabing with somebody who you've collabed with a bunch before. But it certainly makes stuff like chat weird. I mean, not weird. Chat a little bit better, because then you don't have to have like other tabs pulled up to look at other people's chat now. You can just look at your own chat and have their stuff there too. It was weird, fun, but very weird. That's fair. I will say, I do kind of want to low-key call her out, though. Because I was like, hey, we should all get together and play Party Animals. They added a bunch of new stuff, and I want to try it out. Like a kart racer and some like card games and like more party games. And I'm like, we should all get together and play Party Animals. And then I pop into her stream partway through for a moment while I was on break from work. And then that's what she was doing without me. She took my idea and did it without me. Grr. Oh well. I'm not like upset. I'm just like, really? You know what I mean? Oh well. But yeah, the merge chat stuff is interesting. It was a good idea. Apparently, it was such a good idea that it just had to be done immediately, whether I was able to join or not. But yeah, the merge chat stuff is interesting. I don't know. Part of me almost feels like it's not that worth it for a not very good voice chat that doesn't do foogies. I mean, okay, it was an okay voice chat, but for an okay voice chat without foogies and for there to be no and for your chats to still be separated, because honestly, and I think I speak for everybody, I know it can be exploited, but like it does kind of suck if, like, you know, like you share viewers and like now neither of you have your full amount of viewers you would normally have, you know? But I am I'm really excited for like the coming weeks, because I'm gonna get paid again next weekend. And after I pay rent, because I already saved most of my rent, I am going to immediately grab the rest of the stuff for the talk show, and we are going to go full steam ahead on the talk show. Because I already have a couple people lined up for it, and I have some more people I want to talk to about... Oh, you guys can see the mouse. That's not good. But, yeah. But yeah, so, like I said, I'm literally looking forward to next week, because then I can get the stuff going for that. And, yeah, you've been saying that, Cell. Part of me does want to get back into Fortnite. I just don't know when I would have time. Because, like, I hated doing, like, well, maybe not hated. Hated might be a strong word. I always found it really frustrating to try to, like, keep up to get all the things that I wanted. Because it kind of requires a lot of playing the game. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a lot of time in my day as it is, so... I guess I could just, I don't know, do less things, but I don't want to do less things. I want to do more things. But yeah, but yeah, also, apparently, Twitch has started doing, has changed how Subtember works. So now, apparently, if you, gift 5 subs or bits over $1, I think, like, Twitch will randomly just match it. Or there's a chance that they will up to like 5 times it. Apparently, some people like Iron Mouse went from when they rolled out the change to the Subtember bonus stuff. apparently Iron Mouse went from, because she was doing her subathon where every sub is 10 seconds or whatever. In like a few minutes, she went from 30 minutes on the timer to like 3 days because of the Subtember bonus, because she kept she like the gotcha rolls or whatever kept jumping it up to like kept jumping it up a bunch, because it would just like, all right, now you gifted 5 subs, here's 25 more, and you're just like, what? So like apparently now is like the time to, to like sub to your favorite creators. Or gift subs or whatever. Just a reminder, because I believe it's still cheaper too. But I haven't actually looked, if I'm being honest. But yeah, like I said, I'm really excited for like the near future. Oh, I'm sorry. I know how that is like, because like right before September, I was broke. I was literally like, I had like no money at all ever. That's actually why I'm still waiting on stuff for the re-debut. Like, I still don't have all the things I wanted to get done for the re-debut. Like, we don't have new emotes. I still am using a profile pic of my old model on everything. I'm using my talk show background as my just chatting background. And it's like a prefab too. It's not even like a custom one. You know, stuff like that. It's just like, I wasn't able to, like, I understand like not having money. That's always rough. Monkey music. Why do I keep doing that? Need to put chips somewhere else. Hold on. Okay. But yeah, also, apparently it's officially fall now, which is weird because I always considered September to be fall, but okay. Of course, fall rolls out at the end of September, apparently. Because I went to my store and my grocery store earlier today because I needed to pick up some important things. And they've wheeled out the pumpkins, and they have a closeout sale on watermelon. And so I'm like, it is fall. And also, I have realized I actually have to buy Halloween candy this year because I have neighbors who are children. So the chances of me actually getting trick-or-treated is actually not 0 for once. So, oof. I guess I have to go do that at some point. I always thought it'd be funny to, like, give kids something that's not candy, though. Or something like, all right, here's a T-bone steak. Have fun, Jimmy. I always thought stuff like that would be funny. Just like, you expected candy. But you have to give them something good instead. Like, you can't do, like, toothbrush or fruit or something. But yeah, I always just thought it would be fun. I always just, like, in my head, I always thought that would be something kind of funny. Here's a whole box of cereal of the really sugary kind. Have fun. Sneak them $5, make their whole day. Here's $5. Go buy your own candy. I couldn't be bothered this year. Instead of having like a bag of like a bowl of candy, it's just like a bowl, just like a sack of quarters. Just like, all right, take a handful. Just loose change. Funny enough, I actually think kids would be excited about a candy bowl full of quarters. Just like, oh, I can buy Pokemon cards with this, or whatever. Are Pokemon cards still a thing like kids buy? I only ever hear about adults buying them nowadays. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I guess that makes sense because I'm an adult. But, like, I never go to the store and see kids buying Pokemon cards. But I've seen plenty of grown adults buying Pokemon cards whenever I've gone to, like, the grocery store. They are. My nephew collects them. Oh, that's awesome and cute. One of my biggest regrets is I actually sold all of my original Pokemon cards when I was in high school because I'm like, I need to grow up. Gotta get rid of all of my little kid stuff. And I included Pokemon cards in that for some reason. But not the rest of my Pokemon merch, just the Pokemon cards. And I sold all of my, like, first run, like, 90s Pokemon cards that I got from, like, my older brother and from, like, dollar store booster packs and stuff. For, like, 90s and early 2000s Pokemon cards for, like, $100. Like, flat for all of them. And I had, like, two big binders full of them. And it was just like, somebody else made a ton of money off of my childhood there. And I'm like, I hate that. I do still have all of my original Yu-Gi-Oh cards though, so. And I have a bunch of other cool, like, old classic stuff. But for some reason, like, one of my biggest regrets is getting rid of my Pokemon cards. Hey, Sai. Welcome in. How are you? Honestly, it's not this. A thing that does kind of, like, low-key scare me is that I have some hoarder tendencies. I don't keep, like, trash or anything. But if I have something that it's, if I have certain types of things and I know I won't be able to get rid of it or give it away to somebody, I just keep it forever. And I'm like, why? And a lot of the time, it's like super cheap, free things. Like, I have hacky sacks. They're not even of like I have like 3 or 4 hacky sacks that I got just randomly gifted. And I'm like, okay, what do I do with these? These are, I can't, like, give no one, I don't know any, like, children to give hacky sacks to. I don't think people even play with hacky sacks anymore. I don't want to just throw them away because they're perfectly good hacky sacks, unused. I never played hacky sack. You know? And it's just like, okay, guess I'll just keep them forever then. Sell them at a local. You see, now the thing is that most places like that I've seen, you have to pay to even be able to go in to sell stuff. And if I try to do like a yard sale, the problem is like none of the stuff that I have would be stuff that people would want. The stuff that I want to get rid of and don't feel like I can get rid of, none of that is stuff people would buy at, like, a yard sale. Like, hacky sacks. Like, no one's gonna buy a hacky sack at a yard sale. You know? Like, people go to yard sales and they want to get, like, furniture or something. Give it to Goodwill? That's a valid idea. I will say, I'm even worse with stuff that I actually like, though. Like, I have pretty much every branded action figure from my childhood still. Like, I have a ton of Dragon Ball Z action figures from when I was a kid. Hold on, apparently we have an ad coming. We shouldn't, but we have one, so I'll just make it happen real quick. If I manually play an ad, then it takes longer. Then the time between ads is longer. So, um, but yeah, like I still have a ton of like old Dragon Ball Z action figures and stuff from when I was like little, Dragon Ball Z and Marvel and stuff like that, and I just have them still. Like I kind of want to get like a display case or something at this point. And just all the ones that don't look bad, put them up and at least be like, haha, collection. But like, I'd never get rid of a lot of stuff. Same with computer parts. I'd never know what to do with old computer parts. Like, I'm not gonna put it back into a new PC. Like, I only have the one PC, so like, what am I supposed to do with like 4 2 GB RAM cards? I don't feel like you can just throw that away. Just start hacky sacking in the street and the moment some kid seems interested, toss it to him like getting rid of a cursed object and let him deal with that obsession. You know what? I like that idea. You know, just like... That's actually that's a good one. Also, hi, Glad. You know, actually, I'm gonna have trick-or-treaters. Like, like my apartment building has a bunch of children in it. Odds are I will get trick-or-treated this Halloween. I can just give them, like, crappy stuff I don't want, like hacky sacks. Here you go, child. Enjoy. Enjoy toy Cell does not want, because somebody handed it to them. Because they could not refuse free stuff. I can give them candy, too. I don't know. Just chuck them to my younger siblings. They've not got a lot of personal income, so they appreciate it. Otherwise, I'd have no idea what to do with all these random PC parts. Exactly. That's where I'm at. Like, the thing is that I'm the only one in my family who is like really PC heavy, and I'm barely PC heavy. My older siblings all just buy whenever they need new computer stuff. They just buy new computer stuff. In fact, a lot of my stuff is hand-me-downs from them, and like put together and reformatted and what have you. And then my younger sibling doesn't even have a computer. Or siblings, because lore-wise, I have a ton of siblings. Honestly, if I got a hacky sack for a trick-or-treat instead of a candy, it would have been my favorite house forever. You know what? I will keep that in mind. That is a good point. That is just a cool thing to get trick-or-treating. Like I said, I might gather up all, like, this, like, the useless, like, toy-y whatever kind of things that I don't want anymore. And I'm like, I just don't feel like I can just throw away because they're perfectly fine. And I'll just, like, trick-or-treat bowl, like, stuff like hacky sacks and bracelets and toy diamonds and stuff. That's another thing I keep getting. I keep getting fake gemstones, and I don't know what to do with those either. Everyone gives out candy. Something like that so different it'll be memorable. Yeah, exactly. I'm with you. I like that. And good memorable, because it's not like a toothbrush or an apple where it feels insulting to a child. You know what? Also, like... But yeah, like I said, now I'm just like, I kind of like that idea. Just, like... I need to go get me a trick-or-treat bowl. Sell the fake gems to Sanic. He won't check. He won't think to check if they aren't real Chaos Emeralds. Genuinely, if I was a kid, I would have probably like pretended they were Chaos Emeralds. But for real, like, people just keep giving me like basically like toy trash, and I'm just like, what do I do with this? But I always am like, ooh, free stuff, and then I'm like, oh, now what? Now what do I do with that? And it's always stuff like hacky sacks and fake gemstones and I don't know, sometimes it's those like rubber bracelets, like, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. And I'm just like, what do I do with this? But yeah, you know what? I kind of like that idea. We're gonna just pass them out to trick-or-treaters. That's how I'll gather up all the crap I don't want and just give it to children. Here you go. But yeah, it'll probably be the same children who woke me up at 5 a.m. to ask me if I like borrow a cup of sugar. I don't know if you guys remember that story. But at like 4 in the morning, I got woken up to like people banging on my door, and I went and answered, and it was kids, and they were like, "Can we borrow a cup of sugar?" And I was half asleep, and I just gave them the entire bag of sugar out of my pantry, and never thought about it ever again, and like didn't think about it at all, and they just left with it, and then I was just like, I needed that. Random crap gotcha. But yeah, those are the only kids I'm like there's a solid chance it'll be those kids. I'm pretty sure they're like my direct neighbors. I don't know. Anyway. No, they never brought it back. They kept it. And it was like half a bag of like sugar, like you know, those like paper bags. I mean, I think if I had my own container that it was in or something, they might have taken it back, but I think they just assumed it was all theirs. You probably also forgot instantly. Yeah, fair. But yeah, like, I just think about, like, I've had a bunch of weird interactions like that in this apartment building. I don't know how I feel about any of them. It's always just like, that happened. All right. Like yesterday, actually this literally happened yesterday. I was coming home from work, and there was a guy with like 6 pizzas, like a whole stack of Little Caesars, and he's like, "Hey, can I go into your apartment building and like eat my pizza in your mailroom?" And I'm like, "No." He's just like, "Why not? Look at all this pizza." And I'm like, I don't know you, dude. I'm not letting you into my apartment building. No matter how much pizza you have. And then he's just like, oh, okay. And then he walked off with his 6 pizzas. And I'm like, my first thought was maybe you were like homeless or something, but why would he, how could he afford 6 like Little Caesars pizzas? Oh, yeah. The funny thing is that a lot of the reason sugar is so cheap is like, because we figured out other like easier plants to grow it from. Back in the day, they, like in medieval times, they could only ever get sugar out of fruit and, sugar beets. And if I remember right, beet sugar does not actually, like, it's harder to, get sugar out of than sugar cane. And also, so like there's we've improved like the refining process, but also like even fruits had significantly less sugar in them. Like you didn't eat apples by themselves in like medieval times because they weren't sweet. You treated an apple kind of like a potato. We actually changed apples and bred them to be sweeter in like the last 200-300 years. In fact, in the last 200-300 years, is when fruit finally became sweet enough that people wanted to eat it by itself and not just as turn it into alcohol. I remember one time a group of kids knocked at my old apartment in the middle of the day and asked if I could borrow a lighter. I said no, obviously. Well, good. I would assume those kids would go set something on fire, and that's probably not good. Get a little season, ask for the pizzas they're gonna throw. Oh, you know what? Then they might have been homeless then. I still just thought it was weird, and I was just like, no, I'm not. I'm like, why do you need to do it in my mailroom? Why my apartment building? If you just needed a place to sit down, there's like grass and a park, like not that far away. You know, like why do you need to do it in my mailroom? You're just gonna like trash it or something. Long, long man. I love that commercial so much. Welcome in, guys. The long, long man candy is so good, actually. Like, for real. Like, I did not expect it to actually be, like, I mean, well, it's not that I like didn't expect it to be good. I did expect it to be good. It's kind of like if you mixed licorice and taffy together. It was so weird. I would totally buy it again, though. I can also see why the long version was better, too, because that was just more fun to pull apart. I don't know if anyone saw the posts, but while I was in San Diego, our convenience store had the long, long man candy. What is that even called? Hold on. Long, long man candy. It is Sakaru gummy. And it was not really a gummy at all. I'll be honest, though. When I think gummy, I think like gummy bears, gummy worms. I think of that kind of stuff. Apparently, a lot of people consider like licorice a gummy. And I'm like, I don't vibe with that. I don't like that. Licorice can't be a gummy. It's like its own thing. I guess I could kind of see like stuff like Swedish fish being a gummy. I'm not sure. I actually think Swedish fish is like top 5 candy. I love Swedish fish. But yeah, like I said, I don't know what that dude was doing. I didn't appreciate him like stopping me and being all weird. But yeah, like I said, I have a bunch of stuff like that. Like what's I want to sit and just like come up with more weird story. I had a dude yell at me because I shut the door because like I opened a door and I like he immediately pulled and wedged it open and he just sat out smoking. And then I went to shut the door when I was done like going through and he yelled at me. He's just like, some people don't have their keys around here. And I'm like, yeah, that's why you get locked out. Call the building. I don't care. And then he got all angry at me and was like, oh yeah? I live here too. And I'm like, how am I supposed to know that? I've never seen you before. As far as I know, you're just a random dude yelling at me. I don't know. My apartment building's crazy. But, yeah. Doobity-doo. But yeah. Like, San Diego was so fine. Like, I will say, though, coming back from San Diego, I am, like, shocked at how, like, something about how clean everything is here like blows my mind a little bit. I like it kind of made me appreciate home a bit more because like everything was like cool in San Diego. Like the streets are all paved with like decorative bricks and stuff, and there's like cooler buildings, and everything is super dense and close together, and there's tons of like cool businesses everywhere. But like everything is like covered in grime, and it just smells like pee everywhere. And then and everything was so expensive. Like I said yesterday, the cheapest food that I ate was in the airport, and it was a $12 breakfast burrito. And $12 breakfast burrito would be considered expensive for a breakfast burrito here. So I spent $5 more than I would pay for a breakfast burrito here. And that was the cheapest meal I had the entire time I was there. No, well, there was infinite coffee, you're right, but coffee was $6 for, like, Folgers. So I'm just like, okay. Legitimately, coffee just comes free if you eat breakfast most places here. Like, and if it's not free, it's like $1, like 99 cents, $2. I'm just like, I don't understand. I'll be honest. Sometimes I feel like stuff like places like California, they just like I feel like they just like are like obviously like the value of the thing isn't actually that high. I feel like whatever I'm paying is probably closer to the actual value of what like the item, like the stuff is worth. Hey, Federation, how's it going? But I feel like they're just raising it because everything else there is expensive, and it's become like a weird chain where everyone's just like, you could charge more. Everything else is expensive. And then they do, and then it's just like, oh, okay. I don't know. I feel like you could make a lot of like money in California by just undercutting everybody else if you had the right connections for stuff. But also, I don't know much about California or economics whatsoever, so don't quote me on that. Just buy like a ton of those like little red gasoline things and then fill them up in like Idaho where gas is still like $2 a gallon, and then drive back to California and sell gas out of the back of your car for like $4 a gallon, because everyone there is still used to $7 a gallon gas, and just be like, haha, secret underground gas ring. Just smuggle gas into California. I'm doing pretty good. I had a really good day. I spent most of my morning watching these dumb kitty fish videos where they are like selling socks and like packaging them up. And it's just like, cherry blossom iced tea, cherry blossom iced tea. And it just like, I don't know. My favorite person in that whole thing is Mr. Assistant. Because he's just like, cherry blossom iced tea. Yeah. Yeah. I guess. I don't know. I love him. He's so like, he's just like a downer. And the girl is like the most like sugar filled like little kid TV show character ever. And he's just like real life minimum wage worker. Just like, yeah, okay, whatever. Just like, okay, here's your order. The cotton candies, the dandy socks, and the dragon fruit smoothie, something. Cherry blossom iced tea, crop top hoodie. And because you ordered more than one, I guess I'll throw some stickers in, because that's what we do. I guess they're like Hello Kitty or something. I don't know. Alright, bye. I don't know, just something about that is just so funny to me. And I don't know. I watched way too many of those, and it was just like diabetes. But I loved it. Yeah, they're called kitty fish. Apparently they have like clothes, and they all sell like super pastel whatever stuff. I actually kind of like their I do actually kind of like their so two of their shirts. I like their "You Are a Star" shirt with like a cat, and it's like their only black article of clothing whatsoever. And then they have an 8-bit cat on a hoodie that's the same cat, but it's a little bit different, and I kind of like that too. But yeah, no, I just like, I don't know, something about it. I just think it's like, it's cute and funny. I don't know, I like them. I watched like I said, I ended up watching like their videos all morning. But yeah, boy. So probably time for us to switch to our game. So I have a game that I have the game Calorie Mate, Liquid Calorie Mate for game creators. And it is a game that is, it is an official licensed game for Calorie Mate meal replacements. It's a Japanese meal replacement brand. And I mostly know them because they did a collab with Metal Gear Solid, where all of their products are items you can get in Metal Gear Solid. All right, hold on. Oh my god. Wait. Wait. For half a second, I thought that was David Hayter. Okay, and then switch it to Calorie Mate. Do 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 do. Wait, can I not actually, is this not actually officially recognized as a game by Twitch? It isn't. All right, we're sticking with just chatting then. All right, hold on. And then controller. All right. So yeah, like I said, this is a tie-in game, and I just think that that's funny because like you never see tie-in games anymore. I used to love some tie-in games. Like I actually used to like, I'm one of those people who unironically like loved the Burger King games. Like I played so much Sneak King unironically. Okay. Oh, ew. Wait, what's a cafe au lait? Oh, coffee. Ooh, coffee. Yeah, let's go. I've actually tried these. They sell them at like my local like Asian grocery store. All right, let's go. Where are we going? We need to provide hydration to the game dev. Okay. Okay. Oh no, I know the feeling. You know, I wish, like, drinks would just come to me. Okay. Old soda ads. Yo, he has like gunpla models. Like, I actually like really want to get into gunplay. I actually found out. Okay. All right. How do I get past a cat? Oh, okay. Uh, okay, so I have actually been wanting to have. Oh, okay. I have. All right. I actually I do want to have meal replacement drinks around. Like, I actually wish that products like this were more prevalent here because I okay, because I genuinely. The art of unicorn farm. Okay, interesting. Yep, kitty. Um, but yeah, I really actually like, but the big flavor I would want, because whenever I look at the like meal replacement drinks. All right, how about a ball? Would you like a ball, kitty? No? Okay, kitty does not like ball. Cat food. You like cat food? But yeah, coffee flavor is like my most wanted thing. And whenever they do like meal replacement shakes, it's always vanilla and chocolate, and they never taste good. Sometimes I'll even see stuff like cake batter, and I'm like, who wants cake batter as like a flavor first thing in the morning? I have no idea what I'm doing. There we go. Ah, wait, what's happening? Oh no. The funny part is that I could easily see this game being based on streamers. There we go. Ah. There we go. Oh, oh. But yeah, no, I've been wanting a coffee flavor and they just don't make them. And like I love cuz like I already start every day with coffee. So like it would just be nice to put it all together. Coffee, uh my meal of the day. Okay, come on. Uh only cans. You know, I've actually wanted to play that. It looked so silly and fun. I watched the game theory video on that. Okay. Oh, I died. Hmm. You're still what? But yeah, these are really good. Because I have had these before. Not the drink, the snack cake one. But yeah, no, I really want to get into gunplay. I I just think that'd be really fun. And I've recently discovered that so the reason I haven't actually bothered to try to get into gunplay is because it's more cafe au lait flavor. Anyway, uh anyway, I want to get into gunplay, but I was always really hesitant specifically oh god. Okay, cat. But anyways, knock over there wasabi. But yeah, okay, come on over here. Here we go. Come on. Damn it. There we go. And it sounds like they keep saying ass bugs. Nobody wants ass bugs. All right, come on. Okay, and then kill you. Let me out, please. What is happening? Okay. I died. Ass bug sounds horrendous. But yeah, what do you guys think? But yeah, I want to get into Gunpla, and I only recently discovered there's apparently a brand of Gunpla that is not based on Gundam. Because the reason I've never gotten into Gunpla is because I have never watched a Gundam show all the way through. Rattle my bones. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's new. We did a re-debut a couple weeks ago. All right. Okay. Take that. And okay. All right. All right. So we need to get up there. No worries. I appreciate you popping in now anyway. There we go. There's a gunpla of Goat Kios or Armored Core I could get into. I feel that. I've really wanted to get into I really wanted to get gunpla of Gurren Lagann, but apparently they haven't actually made the Gurren Lagann gunpla. Uh-oh, you can't skip breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. Um, but yeah, I've really wanted one of Gurren Lagann, but they just don't make it anymore. What is Penguin board game? The fuck is breakfast? The meal you eat right after when in the morning, or when like the first meal you eat is always breakfast, in my opinion. It doesn't matter when it is. It makes my parents very angry though when I eat breakfast at like 2 in the afternoon though. Yeah, but Gundam is the biggest mecha series out there and nobody watches it. I do find that funny. Because I don't know anybody who watches Gundam really either. Although I kind of want to watch the lesbian Gundam. Because apparently the... But yeah, like, I want to watch the lesbian one because I heard about that one and I heard that one was really good. But other than that, like, I haven't heard anything about Gundam really. That doesn't actually seem like that much, actually, in the scheme of things. I only eat breakfast sick. I feel that. I eat breakfast most days-ish, but my breakfast is usually coffee. Maybe a protein shake. Imagine if you just, like, put your hand out and, like, a drink from your fridge showed up. That would be so awesome. It's a Super Nintendo! Join the Idol Club? I would play that. It's you know what? Actually, specifically, they really sold me on it with school idols in a dark fantasy world. I want to know more about the premise of that game. Pig. Okay. Turmoil of Youth. Join the Idol Club. Will the Idol Club be discontinued? Go to an audition. Oh god. Oh no. Yeah, it's in the title. I Can I play this game? I kind of like love the premise of this game. Uh, Embark on an adventure. Song magic. Arrive at the Flame Fort. Flame Fort Idol Championships. No. Okay. Damn it. Who knew soda cans were so bad at platforming? Okay. Um, just something about the idea of like something like song magic being in like a dark fantasy is funny to me. Could work actually. Fighting with music and singing is nothing. I loved Brutal Legend. I am a bit much for me. Gotta look away. Oh, I'm so sorry. I loved Brutal Legend though. Brutal Legend was such a good game. I I am so excited because Tim Schafer said if he got to make Psychonauts 2, which he did, that the next game would be Brutal Legend 2 because he didn't want to give up on Brutal Legend. So we might be getting a Brutal Legend 2 soon. But also I kind of don't hold my breath on that because it's been so long. And like half of the celebrities guests died. Well, maybe not half, but a lot of them have. I just don't know how well a Brutal Legend 2 would work out nowadays. I do know that I would not be able to stream it because it would have way too many, You really just go, start over. Come on. Alright. I think having some sort of more recent... The thing is that there is no more recent rock and roll stars. Rock and roll has kind of not been alive for a long time. Mercury, hello! Nowadays, it's all pop and rap music. Like, they don't make rock and roll anymore. What? Hey, Ruffle. Hey, I got you. Oh my god, let me out. This is not a dance. Let me out. Let me out. This is not a dance. All right. Okay, and then we come up here. There we go. I'm doing good. Literally everyone in my country listens to rock, mostly metal. I mean, to be fair, aren't you from like Finland? Isn't like Scandinavia like the last bastion of like heavy metal? And I say this as a person who loves heavy metal. Like it but yeah, here in America, they don't really make new like rock and roll bands to my knowledge. Yo, that's awesome. What's up, Glad? Yeah, so the kind of the way music works in America is like obviously there's always indie bands for everything, right? But like what is popular tends to get determined by like algorithm. And so like rock and roll isn't really popular anymore. Like instead we get just pop music and rap music. Like odds are you will never hear a rock and roll song at like a convenience store anymore unless it's old. Because it's not just about whether it's getting made, because somebody will be making somebody no matter what it is, somebody will be making it. It's whether it'll be made on like the kind of scale that like has an industry. Find stuff at shows. I'll be honest, I've never really gone to concerts. Oh, the night instantly kills you. Okay. This is actually kind of brutal. But like, I don't know. Wow, Fall Guys looks different, right? Hmm. All right. There we go. There's that one. Okay, and then we go boop, boop, boop. But yeah, no, I don't even like I don't know. Something about like I might be too autistic to be able to enjoy a concert for the most part, though. Like, I used to love it when I was doing concerts, and I would listen to like my friends' bands because I used to be in a Godsmack and Metallica cover band. Um, Technically, we were just I said shows. Oh, are you meaning like TV shows? I was thinking like a live performance somewhere. Like this game is really fun, but the platforming is kind of ass. Shows are a live performance. Okay, cool, because that's what I was thinking. Vibration at full concert swing. Well, it's always like too loud. And like it's so loud and like it's just I don't know. It's always too loud and everybody is usually like really drunk and like hitting each other and shit and that's just stuff that's always happening whenever I'm at concerts. So I just stopped going. All right. Like I don't know. I never hear about shows at like bars or like that kind of stuff. Like smaller scale shows. I only ever hear about concerts. Come on. Okay. All right. And come here. And um there's bars specifically for or typically local bands playing a venue. I usually consider concert like a predetermined lineup of like oh, okay, that's interesting. Because I just considered a concert anywhere a band was playing was a concert. Come on. Not talking disco. Okay, got it. Stay in. Got to stay in rolly form for that. Okay. No. Okay, no. Bad night. Alright, alright. Okay. Sir, thank you. Damn it. Ah, come on. Oh, hey, health. Oh, there it go. There it went. So why am I trying to do that all the way over here when I could skip all this? Okay. Okay. Come on. Ah, come on. But yeah, no, I've never, I mean, like, I'm sure they exist. Like, I don't know. Would it be cringe if I said I mostly know that there's, like, bands that play, like, or bars that just host bands from anime? Probably. I just kind of assumed that was not an American thing, because I've never heard of it here. Okay. I'm enjoying the idol music and the dragons and stuff, but can we... Okay, okay, I think I've learned my lesson with the timing of that. And it's a lot of it is just cells being stupid and impatient. Dang it. Guess we're starting over. Hmm. Keep an eye out on venue socials to see if there's a show. Huh. I'll be honest, most of the way I get my music is through random YouTube recommendations. And a lot of it is like weird music from like TikTok memes. Come on. But yeah, that's the majority of how I find music, if I do find new music. Like, I think the most recent thing I found was I found Chap Hop, like, as a whole scene, and I find Chap Hop to be really entertaining. But, like, when you find music mostly through stuff like TikTok and YouTube, you don't tend to find a lot of, like, serious good music. You tend to find a lot of more meme stuff. And, like, I like meme music, but, like, you know, it's not the tunes for all the time. And then I guess the rest of the time I find music through radio. Just like they'll play a pop song I like, and then I'll go and look up that band. All right. It's hard to find genuinely good stuff that isn't a joke. Yeah. Honestly, actually I listen to a lot of VTubers now just because I actually get recommended them now because I do so much VTube stuff. Okay. More of this bullshit. Okay, come on. Ah, Dios mío. All right. You know, I also have found a bunch of banger music on TikTok. So I mean, like, I don't want to like completely poo-poo on TikTok. It does. I will say though, it does tend to be more on the silly side musically. Why is my sense of timing for this so bad? All right, come on. Here, to here, to here. Okay. All right, Dark Souls goes there. Keep going. You're what? What do you mean, Raffle? All right, Mr. Dark Souls, move along. Okay, boink. All right, all right, hold on. Okay, okay, come on. All right, we're here. This game is actually pretty fun. Also, it's free, but it's also promoting a brand. So, I mean, I don't know about you if you like weird platformers about meal replacement drinks from Japan, but grr, why? Okay, I need health. No, there we go. I love that the idol for their idol RPG sounds so much like Hatsune Miku. Okay, come on up. Ah, yeah. Yeah, it's a calorie mate. They're in Metal Gear Solid. They're like a whole they're a whole meal in a thing. Like I genuinely do think there should be more products like this though, because I found it was I found it to be so hard to find a meal replacement drink that I actually would like, because they all come as like powders. That's not convenient. You need like, okay, now we need health again. Health, bug. Come on. There we go. All right, and then come over here. All right. But yeah, like I really wish we had more stuff like this, because I actually am like, I know like I'm a big foodie. I'm sure that's been pretty well established. But I'm also like very tired of eating. And I wish that not doing that was easier. Do you not have enough to worry about without you guys? Come on. Oh no, I'm getting warmer. Nothing sounds grosser than a essentially like a warm protein shake. I jumped. All right, come on. But yeah, no, I okay. Come on. All right. Upsy daisy. This game is intense. Like it is so much stuff is happening. Okay, if I can't get past the single, all right. It is, this game might be a little bit too much for me. I don't know. Hold on. Let's try a different flavor. Maybe fruit juice will be easier. Okay. Oh no, it's the same. Is there only one level of this game? Okay. That's interesting. Touch Try touching the balloon. All right. One more try. You are right. It is an ad. It is an ad for canned calorie mate. I wonder if they're gonna start selling these in America since they're advertising it with an English game, right? That's interesting. So there's a secret there for touching the balloon. It's like an octopus balloon there. Uh oh, that was something else that I thought was so cool about San Diego. Was that like Japanese snacks were super common everywhere. Hell yeah. All right. Hop up. But yeah, they had so many Japanese snacks everywhere in California. They were just standard in like grocery stores or like convenience stores. And that was like mind blowing because like here you have to go to a specialty shop to find anything that's not like American or Mexican. Man, a meal in a can of liquid. I mean, I don't know. I like the idea. Cause, cause yeah, I'm probably weird in that, but like I'm tired of eating. I don't want to eat food anymore. Having to pick stuff, having to make sure everything is like healthy and I don't know. I'm tired of it. Okay. But this is the last try. If we fail this one, then we are gonna we're just gonna go back to just chatting for the rest of stream, I think. Can I buy like other flavors of Calorie Mate liquid with all my coins I'm gathering? Okay. I will say this game is actually weirdly fun and well designed for a weird tie-in game. All right. Upsy daisies. But yeah, this is our gonna be our go-to time frame for most weekdays, I believe. Creation is a form of nutrition for creatives. Oh my god. There we go. All right. I want to play Metal Gear Solid again. Honestly, the health craze has made cooking food way too complex. Just make food you like and enjoy that. I eat unhealthily, but I just stay in a calorie. The thing is that like I don't know. A lot of people they eat the way they want to eat, and it makes them unhealthy. So like, and at least here in America, basically all the food is poison. with how much sugar and additives and chemicals and stuff they all put into it. So you kind of have to, like, care at least a little bit about it. Because we basically, to my knowledge, we have basically not updated food safety regulations much since, like, the 30s. You know, uh, like, for the most part, we just, like, I mean, that one is just because we have to idiot-proof stuff. So the way the reason Kinder eggs are banned is because they think somebody who, it's because the concept isn't from here. So they look at it and they're like, oh, plastic and inside chocolate. Someone's just gonna pop the whole thing in their mouth and choke on the plastic. And like, sure, on one hand, you might look at that and be like, oh, Americans must be stupid. But I feel like that kind of stuff probably happens in Europe too. Or the thing, or if it doesn't happen in Europe, it's more of it's more of like, it's a local product and everybody already knows about it. So like they're gonna verbally give warnings and stuff. I don't know. There's a lot to it than that. It's mostly just people not wanting to get sued, to my knowledge. And then haggis. And then as far as haggis, it's because since it's because lungs are considered unsafe to eat, and it's a sausage with lungs as the casing. You know? And that is something from like the 1920s. Like forever ago. Okay. All right. Arrive at Flame Fort. Which is funny because we actually have if you go to the south, there's a thing called a king's cake that they sell in Louisiana for Mardi Gras. Oh my god, we did it. Um Pretty much, yeah. I don't remember when Teddy Roosevelt was president, but Teddy Roosevelt's the reason we have any food safety regulations at all. Okay. Is Koala a spy? Wait. Graduate from Fairy Academy. Wait. Arrive at the labyrinth door. Oh no. The knight. Okay, just strike me with lightning. Sure, that makes sense. Okay. Stuff happens. All the way up. Okay, wait for this to come back down. The fairy loophole. All right. But yeah, a lot of that. There is way too much stuff happening now. Can we stop having octopi fall from the sky? Thank you. Okay. Fairy loophole. We're back up. We're back on top. Graduated from Fairy Academy, alive at the labyrinth door. Uh. Wait, why am I getting struck by lightning? This is hard. Hmm. All right. I guess I did say that that was going to be our last try. We got pretty far though. Um, there we go. So what do you guys think of that? I thought that was really fun. Although, like I said, it was super hard. I don't know how you're supposed to do that. Reminds me of Katamari Damacy. I love Katamari. Katamari is one of my favorite game franchises. It's so cute and like insane. Like I also just I love that you're just like you're kind of just straight up murdering everything you roll up in Katamari. Not just because it like you're hurting people, you're like rolling people up and like smothering them and stuff or whatever. But then you also like most of the time you go and explode them into a star afterwards. And I just find that funny. Just like you are going to be a star today, little Susan. What? Just rolled over by a boulder. the but yeah, but yeah, I kind of want to. I actually kind of want to go get one of those. I want to go see if they have them at my like Asian grocery store. Because I actually think it'd be really fun to get a bunch of those like calorie mate liquid drinks, especially if they have cafe au lait. Because like I said, I love coffee drinks, and I would like that. Oh, did a remaster of the second game come out a few months ago? Yeah, it just came out on the Xbox app. They the We Love Katamari reroll plus Royal Reverie. Bacchus, hello. I actually just installed the new the Katamari on the Xbox app. Even though I do heavily associate that franchise with PlayStation. Did you know that the dad from Katamari Damacy almost was actually one of the rejected characters for, or not rejected, one of the characters who are like in the works for PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale that was cut because the game got canceled. I want them to try that again, especially after Astrobot. I feel like a lot of people would be really receptive to it now. Because there's a lot of those like Smash clones now, and I feel like people would be over their whole dislike of Smash clones thing. People wouldn't be like, this is bad Smash. Instead, they'd be like, this is a good Smash-like. No one underestimates how much Sony fans love Sony stuff than Sony. Sony looks at their IPs and they're like, we have nothing. And then all their fans are like, what the hell? Like, I would kill for them to use any of their old franchises. Any of them. The only franchise they seem willing to keep alive is God of War. And I don't like a lot of their newer franchises because they feel so... I don't know. They're just like... They're like trying to tell mature, quote-unquote, stories. And it's just like, I don't care half the time. Like, ooh, Last of Us. The first one was good, and then... I don't know. I didn't think that there needed to be a second one at all. And then they immediately remaster it. And then I was like, why? Like, it felt so standalone. You didn't, like, build... There's not a franchise there. But apparently there was. And then, like, the only franchises they seem to want to keep around are the ones that, like... I don't know. They go all in on, like, the super hyper-realistic stuff. And anything that was, like, remotely cartoony, Sony just, like, pulled the plug on funding. Like, I want Parappa the Rappa back. I want, I want Parappa the Rappa. I want Shadow the... well, I do want Shadow the Colossus. I want Parappa the Rappa. I want Sly Cooper. I want Jack and Daxter. Like, keep some stuff around. Ape Escape. Those were fine. And instead, all we get is, like, Uncharted, God of War. Actually, we don't even get Uncharted anymore. Uncharted's over. Bring back... Where the hell is the next Tenchu? I don't even know Tenchu. Is that a Sony IP? Wait. Also, it doesn't help that, like, a lot of Sony... Like, people associate a lot of Sony with, Oh, Tenchu is From Software. Oh, okay. So that isn't Sony, but that is interesting. But yeah, it doesn't help that a lot of people associate a lot of third-party stuff with Sony. And Sony didn't make any effort to, like, condense their, like, iconic franchises. Sony was content to just have like Crash Bandicoot on their console. They didn't make sure that they owned Crash Bandicoot, despite treating him like a mascot for like the first first console and a half. There's a couple. There's actually like 2 or 3 Tenchus on Xbox as well. Daxter on PSP. Yeah, so like, I don't know. There's just so much stuff with like Sony. They're just not. They just don't value anything. They should have like they should have whole teams in all of their studios dedicated to just keeping stuff going. Nintendo does it. All of their big franchises have a dedicated team to just keep making the biggest franchises. You know, your Mario, your Zelda, your Kirby, your Pokemon. Those games are always going to get a new game because they have dedicated teams. And then they have floating teams to make new IPs and create new IPs and to make new games and old IPs randomly. They also, well, I mean, also Splatoon and Animal Crossing share a team, but like, I don't know. Sony doesn't seem to have that. They seem to just like let their teams do whatever they want. And that kind of sucks because like so many of their teams just want to like move on, I guess. They keep writing endings to their franchises, and I'm like, why are you doing that? Please leave the door open for more stuff. You can end storylines without ending franchises. But every time they end, like, so often they end games with, like, and they lived happily ever after, the end. Or whatever. And it's just like, why? Same with Mass Effect. Mass Effect could have kept going on forever, like Dragon Age does. But then, like, they had to be like, okay, it's all about the Reapers. And that's, like, my one complaint with the original Mass Effect trilogy, which is another one of my favorite games. And I know that one's associated with Xbox, but we're going to ignore that for now. But that's, like, my one complaint with Mass Effect, is that, like, they just, like, wrote an ending. Like, what do you do when you hit that ending? Nothing. We're done. We move on. But what if you want to make more Mass Effect? People won't be interested in more of this very popular AAA game franchise that we created. Oh, it's our most popular IP by a lot, and people still are constantly demanding it years later. Guess we have to write around an ending that we wrote that you can't really get past. And I'm like, wow, some foresight there would have been nice. You could have just assumed that you weren't going to end. You shouldn't assume you're going to end any franchise. You should always leave yourself some wiggle room in case you decide to come back later. Surprised we didn't get more Infamous. Second Son was begging for another game. Yeah, it was, but I believe it just didn't do very well. Instead, we got Ghost of Tsushima, and now Ghost of Tsushima 2. But I don't know how I feel about that. I'd rather they went back to, like, I liked Ghost of Tsushima, but, like, I kind of almost would rather them go back to Infamous and Sly Cooper, honestly. Like, it doesn't feel like a game franchise. It feels like a standalone one-off game. Which I can say the same with, like, a lot of the new IPs coming out of Sony. I don't know how they do that, but it genuinely feels like they keep making all of their new IPs feel like standalone one-offs and not like franchises. Yet they want you to treat them like a franchise, and those are the things that they focus on. And then there's no variety on PlayStation either. Everything's so samey. It's all like hyper realistic whatever graphics. Minus now Astrobot. And I'm like, you know, not everybody wants to vibe with this constantly. You don't need photorealistic games as like the only type of game you're releasing. Like, I would not be interested in, I'm not even that interested in photorealistic games, period. Stylized stuff. Make it look good. Make it look like make it so that it will look good forever with very little changes. Like, you don't have to change anything to make it look good again, or hardly anything. Like, look at Wind Waker, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Do you know how they remastered that game? They just ran it through the new shading engines and called it a day. Basically, it just took them, like, running it through a new software, and it was done. There's a new software that they just made a game with. And they're going to say Astrobots is an outlier. Yeah, exactly. It's just everybody wants to sit and make art, but they forget that art doesn't have to be like representing like real life. You can make anything with art. Why does everyone want to like make stuff photorealistic and like the least artistic? Honestly, at a certain point, photorealistic just doesn't look good anymore. It looks like you didn't care. The new Zelda game looks like so much fun, like a 3D chibi cartoon. I know, I really want to play it. Yeah, actually, I agree. I think Nintendo gets it when it comes to graphics. They don't get it with a lot of things, but they get it when it comes to like taking care of IPs and making them look and making them so that they can like and stylization. Nintendo stuff always looks good. You can play an old Nintendo game and minus like a couple eras. I'm looking at you, N64, sadly. It'll look good forever. Like, I can go play with Super Mario Sunshine, and it would look pretty close to how it would look right now if they made it. And I think that that is beautiful and wonderful. Pikmin 1 and Okami look amazing. I want to play Okami. I actually have it downloaded. I have it on my PS4. I think that'd be really fun. That's Capcom, though. But yeah, you're right. But yeah, no, I don't know. I want to shake the person who is in charge of Sony. They just don't know what they're doing, apparently. Although I have heard that they're trying to buy Katakawa, which I don't know how I feel about that. Because on one hand, I think would be a good fit. Because Katakawa owns From Software, and it owns a bunch of anime studios and stuff. And it is a book publisher, and they do a bunch of other stuff like that. And I think that would be really good for the Sony business. But on the other hand, I'm like, Sony, you don't even know how to handle your current business. Why are you like trying to acquire stuff that you would need to be more hands-on with? Can imagine playing Kakami without motion controls when drawn. I think technically you can do it with like kind of like with a mouse, like with like the on the joysticks. Kind of. I'm not 100% sure. I'm interested in how that works. I want to try it. Also, there's a touch screen on the PlayStation 4 controller. I've never had to use it for anything, but there is one. That's a feature that the PlayStation added and is now stuck committed to, that literally that never gets used for anything. Like, I think I've seen more people use the touchscreen as big as two big buttons, because the touchscreen can be touched on either side and it does stuff, than I've ever seen it being used as an actual touchscreen. Despite using on my PC controller games all the time. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I don't think anyone actually uses that no games actually use the touchscreen on the PlayStation. And I think that that's kind of hilarious. Like, why do we even put it on there then? But yeah, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, just Sony doesn't care about their IPs, and I think that's sad. Because I care about Sony's IPs, even if they don't. But I don't know. I love that kind of stuff, or the adaptive triggers. I felt like they got used for the new Ratchet and Clank and never again. And that's fair. Oh, another one. Like, a lot of game companies like to sit and like add super complicated, cool little things to all their controllers and stuff, but they'll never get used. Like, another good thing to look at is like the Switch. Like, have you seen the like dynamic high def rumble and sound feature on it get used for anything? Like, there's a thing on the Joy-Cons with the Switch where you can basically rumble it around. So almost as if you had like the example they used for it was that you could have it simulate having like a glass with like a couple ice cubes in it, right? And like that is so cool in premise. And you know, the few times it got used, it was super cool. But like no one but Nintendo themselves for their own tech demos are going to use that. And then like another one is like I love the amiibos, but like with amiibos being closed to basically just first party, nobody gets to use them for anything. So now it's like, what was the point? You know what I mean? Now it's just like a collectible for Nintendo. It's Nintendo merch. You know, like the only game that really used amiibos was Smash Brothers and kind of Mario Kart. And I guess on the Wii U, Mario Maker used them really cool, where you could unlock the ability to play as any character made that got an amiibo, and then there was a ton more. And every single character had a special form. Every single amiibo had a special form for Mario Maker 1. And then when the time came for Mario Maker 2 on the Switch, they left all of it out. They just didn't do it. It was just like, why? It would not have been hard, Nintendo. You just got lazy? Like I don't get it. If you're going to commit to stuff like that, at least announce that you're done. Don't like half continue it. You got hoodwinked on that one, right? Like Nintendo kind of just like afterthoughts it all now with Amiibo. And it's all because a lot of people complained that like and just didn't get the appeal of the idea of you have this collectible and you use it to get content in games. As if they and like a lot of people are like, it's in the game, I need to have it. Like just available. And it's just like, well, the point is it was supposed to be a little like bonus thing for buying this other thing. What do you want? Why do you want need to like have that? But at this point, a lot of the scarcity of amiibos is kind of going out the window anyway. Like so many of the amiibos now are like have gotten reprinted that most of them aren't that valuable anymore. You can get pretty much any amiibo for like $20. Sure, that's like, you know, that's like $10 more than a brand new amiibo, but like you can get even like the rarest amiibos for like $20 for the most part. You know, so it's like why be upset? People should have just been patient, and now I feel like they scared Nintendo away from using them anymore. I think it was Tears of the Kingdom, and Tears of the Kingdom only used it because Breath of the Wild used it. And you know, it would like I can think of a game I think that really could have used the amiibo for something fun. They should have put them in Pikmin 4. Because if you put them in Pikmin 4, I would have given you a special little dungeon for every single amiibo to go collect that amiibo in Pikmin 4. I think that that would have been a really fun, cool feature, but they did not do that. Hydrate. I know no one redeemed it, but I wanted one. Um, Cell used to be a game designer. Like genuinely, that's technically like the origin. Thank you, Mac. I will take another hydrate. Um, oh, and stretch. I sadly have to go though. But yeah, to finish my thought, yeah, I was actually a game designer for a long time, or not even for that long of a time, for like 2 or 3 years. I was sitting and trying to like design a game. Uh, we actually got fairly far, and actually trying to get the Minecraft server up has actually gotten me access to my all of my old it's actually gotten me access to a bunch of stuff I had on my server, my PC server that I had. So I actually got access to a bunch of my old design docs. Of course, I only have access to the text ones because apparently I just didn't save any of the images, which I'm like, God damn it, Sal, on. But I do have a bunch of my old game design documents again, and I think that that's super sweet. Who knows? Maybe I'll look into actually getting some progress made on those. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Of course, I think a much more pertinent thing is probably making sure stream stuff is all good before I start making other projects. But anyway, I am gonna raid Cell. I have to go. Like I said, it is technically I have work in like 20 minutes and I have to go there. But like I said, after we have tomorrow. Tomorrow will be another whatever stream if I stream tomorrow. And the day after we'll post our new schedule for like the days and times we're going to be streaming from just here on out. Um thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had a cell of a time. If you enjoyed the show and you haven't yet, please check out my socials and join my Discord. Um get the merch. I actually am I actually have picked out people for most of the stuff for the merch. I still am trying to figure some stuff out with that, but that is probably closer to being before December. The merch will probably switch over in time for Christmas ish time, and there's my Patreon if you want to do that. Hope you have a wonderful night, everybody. Bye.